shots into the clouds. Home and quiet, away and loud. Safety Park, Davliton, nude, buried pain. How many hidings do you feel are strain? Rise, gotta go, got to go, got to go. Late to the touchline, late to the show. Playing left backs up front, strikers too deep. We're tired of the talking, the promise we keep. Rise, gotta go with a lot we roll. Can't watch this team keep missing every score. From the first row right to the back row. We're chanting right, he's got to go. We love this club, these faded seats, old red scarf and muddy streets. But every miss hit shot just feeds the flame. It's time you step aside, stop dodging blame. We've lost the joy, we've lost the flow. Only one thing every fan now knows. Rise, gotta go, got to go, got to go. Late to the touchline, late to the show. Playing left backs up front, strikers too deep. We're tired of the talking, the promise we keep. Rise, gotta go with a lovely roar. Can't watch this team keep missing every score. From the first row right to the back row. We're singing right, he's got to go. We're chanting right, he's got to go. One more, love and united. Right, he's got to go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been reading the chat, and apparently Wirtz is out. So that's a very fantastic start for me on your Sunday watch along. How good is that? I can't believe that. Oh, it's so frustrating. That's really frustrating, but it is what it is. That's why I've got a good bench. Hopefully it works out quite nicely as well. That sucks, but oh well. That's why I've got a bench. That's why I didn't press bench boost. And this is unfortunately these things can happen when you I don't know, when you play a player and like, look, Wirtz Hope and he's on the bench. What a great title. What an absolutely great title to the stream. Wirtz Hope. Hope for what? Hope that he doesn't come on and get me 0 points. So you can't read about it. I'm going to have to change that graphic. I thought he was playing. I'd already done it based on the fact that he was starting. I didn't expect him to be out. And I obviously saw the lineup, so I did that graphic. So I apologise. He's actually on 0, and Mukiele's points are going to come on. Either way, I'm still going to be on 34 points when this game kicks off. So there's that. It's just a little bit frustrating. Whoops. Then we're relying on Mukiele. Mukiele, if there was ever a chance to get a 17-pointer, mate, this is the week to get the 17-pointer with Wirtz missing and you taking over. Prove your worth. Prove your worth. What an elite AI song, by the way. I know. Luke just creates these amazing monstrosities and I just play them. I don't do anything about it, actually. Cash coming in for me. Pain when stack has sub 3. Oh, that's rough. What is the elite AI? Yeah. Gakpo stock's up now. What did he do? Did he do his... Was it a hamstring? Fire? Anyone know what actually he did? That's what I'd like to know. Like, what did he actually do? What caused him an injury? Was it like a hamstring, a calf? I'm trying to like find it out now. And I've just put a bet on, and my bet's already going to be cancelled. Oh, that's so frustrating. It's going to cancel it, isn't it? Well, yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't already been cancelled. Oh no, it's just voided it. What? Okay, I don't know what's going on. Either way, the time is up. The games have started. Let's get on with this show and hope that the rest of the game goes a little bit better than what that first 5 minutes did then when I'm still sitting there trying to work out what's going on. But yeah, there we go. Time is up and running. Let's find out. Let's watch these games. I still can't believe that. That's actually mad that he's actually missing that game. I've got all 3 games on. We've got Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool. That's already up and running. Sunderland and... Fulham. I'm now fully invested in Mukiele. It's the Mukiele show. I should have put Wilson first sub. Imagine if Wilson bangs in this game and Mukiele doesn't. I've just got the sub wrong, like sub bench order horribly wrong. Would not surprise me in the slightest. Hopefully Sunderland can go back to that amazing form at home and get the business done there for me. And I kind of feel there's potential there, right? There's potential there for there hopefully to be some decent scores, but we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. But either way, it is what it is. And the the Crystal Palace versus Wolves game, that's begun as well. So all three games are now live. They've all kicked off. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest is probably about 20 seconds in front of the other two games as things stand at the moment. Early doors. Yeah, the Wirtz hope is in the bin. Wirtz, Ekitike and Van Dijk for this game. Yeah, Wirtz is out. Apparently, just hope Ekitike steps up. You forgot to change my bench order. So got Jay Anderson first to the bench and a double-digit second on the bench. Oh, no. Wirtz is in my 11. Oh, that's frustrating. If it's serious and Gakpo's coming in for me, it's unfortunate. I know. I'm probably going to have to deal with that. That's going to probably be a hit because I was not expecting Wirtz to get injured, but at least he got injured now. I can now change a few different things around, potentially. That might be the move. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I'm probably going to change a few things around based on that. Canado, please need a bullet header. I hope he bangs, but I hope he doesn't bang at the same time. Yeah, he got injured in the warm-up. Not sure what happened there, but he got injured. No one can tell me anything other than he's injured and he didn't make the starting lineup. Anyways, with that being said, I will go through the starting lineups now. And obviously there was a late change during that Liverpool one, but we'll start off with Crystal Palace versus Wolves. For Crystal Palace, it's Henderson in goal, Camvo, Richards and Riyad in a back three without Lacroix. So that's disappointing if you had Lacroix and we're hoping he was going to show up. Mitchell, Hughes, Wharton and Munoz across the midfield four. Sarr and Pino behind Jorgen Strand-Larsen, who's playing his old team Wolves. For Wolves, it's Jose Sarr in goal, Krejci, Bueno, that's the S Bueno, Masquera, and then it's Chichawara, Bellegarde, Andre and H Bueno. Then it's Mane and Aricadore behind Armstrong, who's leading the line. I think Nottingham Forest went pretty close there to almost scoring. Well, okay, maybe I don't know what I was watching then. Maybe it was like a cutback from like 30 seconds ago. Oh, it was a great ball over. I mean, Van Dijk stepped up and it was a really good chance for Alisson Becker with a fine save, preventing Hudson-Odoi from scoring. A very good save there from Alisson Becker. On the bench for Crystal Palace, it's Benitez, Johnson, Uche, Klein, Kamada, Sosa, Guasend, Devaney, Cadines. And then for Wolves, it's Johnston, Doherty, Mollawolf, Gomez, Lima, the other Gomez, another Gomez, and Edozie. How many Gomez do they have? They have an Angel Gomez, a Totti Gomez, a Rodrigo Gomez, and a João Gomez. Far out. How many Gomez's do you want? On the Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool, where there obviously was a late injury here for Florian Wirtz in the warm-up, I believe, which is unfortunate for me and probably a few other people that own him. And we're hoping to get some points out of him. For Nottingham Forest, it's Ortega in goal, Williams, Murillo, Milenkovic and Aina. It's Sangar and Anderson in midfield, Hutchinson, Gibbs-White, Hudson-Odoi in a forward three, supporting Igor Jesus, who leads the line. For Liverpool, it's Alisson Becker in goal, Kirkes left back, Van Dijk, Canade, and it looks like Dirty Dom is playing at right back based on what I'm looking on the lineup. I'm just trying to see if that's actually the case in game. It's a bit hard to tell. I think he's not playing at right back. Anyway, it's either Jones or Szoboszlai at right back and the other one's playing in the 10 because McAllister and Gravenberch have been named in midfield, Gakpo's off the left, Salah off the right, Ekitike is leading the line. And according to this, it has Jones in the 10, but I'm just trying to see who's playing in the 10 there in that game. Either way, that's a bit of a blow for Liverpool. On the bench for Forest, it's Gunn, Murado, Ndoye, Dominguez, Luca, Yates, Cunha, McAtee, Bakwa. And for Liverpool, it's Mamardashvili, Gomez, Chiesa, Robertson, Naoni, Ramsey, Morrison, Nikamoka, and Woodman. And then in the last game, which is Sunderland versus Fulham, the one I've now got the most interest in because it's what I've actually got a live player playing now. It's Roofs in goal, Hume, Alderete, Ballard, and Mukiele in a back four, Sadki in the midfield, so Zucker is not fit enough to start here. Angulo, Lafi, Diarra, and and Brobby leading the line. And then for Fulham, this looks fairly unchanged. It's Leno in goal, Bassi and Anderson, Tete, Sessegnon, Berg, Iwobi, Kevin off the left, Smith Rowe on the 10, Wilson off the right, and Jimenez up top. Raul Jimenez up top. And then on the bench, it's for Sunderland, it's Gertruda, Elborg, Taubi, Rig, Mayenda, Anian, Mundell, Isidore, Zaka. And for Fulham, it's LeConte, Reed, Muniz, Kearney, Bob, Cuenca, Castagna, King, and Jupe. So those are the lineups there for all those 3 games. Then, yeah, obviously the big news there is that Wirtz is obviously injured in the warm-up, and I don't really know what happened to him, but he's done. I don't need to count with Anderson. You always get them. Sabozai back to dirty 2-point dom in the 10. Yeah, probably. Wirtz is out. I guess I'm keeping Rogers for another 2-pointer. I've now got Elliot Anderson coming on for Wirtz now. I guess I'm trying to count DC. I guess the Gordon's obvious. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I already made my 1 transfer last night, and that was Bowen out for Thiago. So I did that last night because Thiago's price rose this morning from 7 to 7.1. However, I was already planning on taking a -4 this week. It might just have to be a different -4. My God, I don't know what that Palace player was doing, but that was a ridiculous chip from about 50 yards. It didn't even go. The keeper was off the line, but it wasn't a very good execution of the shot, that's for sure. Yeah, I have no idea. No one seems to know. He's just been injured in the warm-up. My bench ordered Timber, Wilson, Van Heck. Oh, that's rough. I mean, Bart Simpson, I just had to smile today. I was looking at like the goalkeepers the last 4 weeks, right? So Sanchez had Wolves away, Leeds, West Ham, and Burnley at home, and he's returned 7 points over those 4 fixtures. 7 points over those 4 fixtures. Bart Simpson, who has been horrible, has scored 15 points in those 4 weeks on the bench for me. He's literally doubled Sanchez's points. Like, talk about whether fixtures are the play this year. That is the definition of fixtures this year have meant diddly squat. Literally have meant diddly squat. The only player I think that's actually in form for Chelsea is actually João Pedro. I think the rest of them, I think Chelsea could really fall away in the second half of the season. With the way that they're defending under Rossinia, I just don't see them keeping a clean sheet. And they're now going from versing the bottom, 4 of the bottom 6 teams or whatever it is. They're now playing teams that are in the top 6. I can't see anything else other than a run of Chelsea losses over the next few weeks. So yeah, I'm in the position where I've got Sanchez, Chalobah, and I don't want either of them. They're both crap as far as I'm concerned. And I just don't see any clean sheets for them. And I just think, oh, look at that. Mukiele's now down injured. This is just summing up the disaster that this is. He's getting some treatment early doors here by the looks of it. I don't know what happened there, but I can see Mukiele down, and it looks like he is being attended to by someone. I'm sure it's Mukiele. It is. What's wrong with him? Get up, man. You're coming off the bench. You need to pull your shit together. I think he's hurt his ankle or his leg or his something. Toughen up, mate. D-Unit needs you. We can't be having a 7-minute cameo for 1 point. That'd be the ultimate insult to injury. Mukiele gets done within first 7 minutes, goes off, can't come back on. And Wirtz got injured in the warm-up, and that was my replacement. And yeah, I can guarantee, you can always guarantee Canade and Wilson are probably going to return in these games at the moment, and just be more and utter bench pain on the floor. Ironically, I looked at it. The Newcastle Man City game went a lot different to what I thought it would go last night. I thought that, I can't believe Nico O'Reilly, man. Like that dude, I just can't. I bought him for what he's delivered the last 2 game weeks originally, and then I sold him and went back to I went to Mateus Nunes because at the time I was like, I was weighing them both up, and I really wanted Mateus Nunes, and I corrected the mistake. I've corrected the mistake, and now O'Reilly's now being played in midfield by Pep, and I'm stuck there with Mateus Nunes 2 points. If I just left that position alone and just left O'Reilly in the team, I'd be so much better off. And sometimes when you make moves, sometimes they just, like, at the time it looks good. And when I did take O'Reilly out, I took him out for Timber, and that week Timber got 6 points and O'Reilly got 1. So like the week I did it, it worked out well. But in the long term, over like 4 or 5 weeks, O'Reilly's ended up smashing me in that transfer. But at the time, it made a lot of sense because O'Reilly was getting benched and we didn't know what was going on. And then now Pep's like, actually, you know what? You're really good in the number 8 role. Let's put you there. And he's got really good goal threat. So, yeah, football can change very quickly. And now there's a Liverpool down here holding their leg. It's not my favourite player, is it? No, it's not. It's Hugo Ekitike has just had his leg swiped. He'll be fine. That's just a contact injury. But he's got him pretty high. It's like halfway up his leg almost. And yeah, Ekitike's now hobbling. Mukiele's hobbled back onto the field. That's good. He's going to soldier on, my boy. Now there's a Wolves player down on the floor. What's going on in these games? It's just injury after injury. One game after the other. I don't know who that is for Wolves that's down on the ground. No one really of FPL relevance, I would suggest. I mean, why is he on the ground? Oh, he jumped up for the ball and got kind of tunneled underneath it by someone from Palace, whoever number 25 is. It must be Campbell or one of those other defenders I don't recognise. Riyadh, maybe. No need to count with Anderson. Yep. Dom in midfield with the Jones at right back. Yes, it does look like that is the case. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, according to Sky, it is anyway. Can I have some bench jam? Mate, I would love a bit of bench jam. It'd be nice for sure. Call me crazy right now. Even if Salah looks pants this season, I could actually get to him now in wildcard. Yeah, fair. Dom 10 and Jones right back sounds right to me. Come on, big baller, Robbie. Wilson is getting on the score sheet. Yeah, you know it. It's going to happen, isn't it? Zucker bench, not good. I was going Palmer to Wirtz. Yeah, well, that's probably thrown a spanner in that plan. Where's Sabozai playing? Yeah, he's in the 10. Have to find money for Wirtz to Salah. Bart is just Bart, exactly. This is going to be the first time this season that I'm going to have Salah as well, so he might just lock in for me now. Unless Chelsea start winning 5-4. Mate, I just can't see Chelsea. I don't understand how you can cock up. Oh, no, Mukiele's going off, isn't he? He is. My man's going off for 1 point on the bench. Wow. We might as well just stop watching. Well, that's disappointing. Mukiele lasted 11 minutes. I've now got 2 injuries in the team. Fantastic. That's actually a problem. Hopefully he's not out for long. He's obviously, there's something wrong with him because he's a soldier like that guy. He doesn't go off without... That's frustrating. Oh, well. Wirtz gets injured. Mukiele lasts 11 minutes, and that's my sub. There'll be no bench jam for the D-Unit, just one solitary point. It's all on my midfield now. I need Bruno and Mbumo tomorrow night to do something magical. Or else, my defence this week, again, has just been woeful. I can't buy a clean sheet. I really can't buy a clean sheet. Nice. Nick O'Reilly, his biggest member. Legit, he is. Mukiele's definitely down. He's done. Solderai, he wasn't even... Yeah, exactly, he wasn't... Yeah, he's rotating. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that rotation. It's not a season for making transfers or playing wild cards. No, it's not. It really is a nightmare. It's just... This season's just been pure luck more than anything else. You've either got it or you don't. And just when you think you've got it, the game just lets you know you don't. Bugger. I thought it was going to be inside the top million teams this week. I think it's going to be very hard now with Mukiele coming on. Like my defence this week, because Mukiele's going to come on from 4 defenders plus the goalkeeper. I've got 2, 2, 2 and 1. And people are beating that with just one bloke getting a clean sheet. So, there's only been a couple of clean sheets this week. So there's that, I suppose. But either way, it's just, that's a little bit frustrating. Liverpool look bad. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully not. Is there a support group for people who bought in Thiago, Chukwueze and Wirtz for a -8 this game week? Oh, no, Cole. No. Forrest look like the better... Forrest definitely look all over Liverpool. Maybe it's the Pereira effect. He did really well when he went... FYI, he did amazing for Wolves last season. Wolves stayed up because Pereira came in at the time he came in. Because they were destined for relegation last season. And then he joined, and then they went on a run, and I wouldn't say it was comfortable, but they ended up surviving not too fairly easily in the end. That is sad. No. Do you think Wirtz will be fine? No, honestly, I don't know. I'd need to hear something from the manager. I don't know why he actually went off. Yeah, Mukiele's off. FYI, the card picked Wilson over Mukiele as well. The card picked João Pedro over Haaland, and it picked Wilson over Mukiele. Should have listened. I also keep saying to myself, Why is it that I just don't put a midfielder or whatever attacker it is that I've got? Why am I not just putting them first bench every week? Because my luck with defence this year has been rubbish. I can't buy clean sheets. I've had double defence. I think I was going for it last night on the stream. I've had double defence. I think 23 or 24 weeks out of 27, and it's come in 4 times. 4 times my double defence has actually delivered points. And every other time it's been an absolute failure. You'd think I'd learn. Like on Wildcard, I'm very tempted to just get 7 different teams, 2 different goalkeepers, and 5 different defenders that have nothing to do with the goalkeepers. And that way, I can either get lucky or I can get unlucky. And Anderson's down here holding his head. He's had a head clash with Virgil van Dijk. Imagine if those two both had to go for concussion protocols. That's the kind of FPL week it is. With the injuries that have happened today anyway. It's like disaster Sunday. Could you imagine that Virgil and Anderson both went off with like concussion? They're both getting treatment. I don't think it's that bad. I'm just doing a bit of fear-mongering. Anderson definitely looks like he's come off worse than Virgil though. He's actually lying on the floor. Virgil's back up on his feet. Anderson might have actually come off really badly here. Oh no, he's making his way to his feet now. Anderson's a warrior, mate. He's built of stern stuff. Look at him. He was cactus, and now he's getting up and he's walking perfectly fine. What a man. I hope we sign him in the summer. If Man United can sign him in the summer, we'll have a good season next year. He's a fantastic midfielder. I know I was pretty harsh on him at the start of the season, but I'd not actually watched Elliot Anderson play football very much. But I've watched him a fair bit this season, and he has been absolutely class. To the point where I don't know why he's at Forest. 11 minute Mukiele, 100%. 31 point Mukiele, yep. 1 more point to Doom. Yeah, Mukiele's definitely off. Shut the live down. Legit. I've got no investment in these games. I know I've got Kanade, but he's on my bench. I've got Wilson now on my bench. I'm not getting those points unless Mbumo and Bruno both are sick tomorrow. So, like, my investment in today's games is I'm sitting here going, I hope Forest win because I don't like Liverpool. And the other 2 games I've really got no interest in. So I'm kind of hoping that Forest can do the business here. Free kick, Elliot Anderson into the wall. I mean, Forest have definitely been the better team in the opening 18 minutes there. Another ball into the box. What can I do? It's probably cleared there by Kanade for a DC, let's be fair. Wasn't Virgil, I can tell you that much. All right, ball out here to the left, for Forest. Old mate dancing, showing Dirty Dom to be a non-defender that he is, but unfortunately Forest give away a free kick there, and the danger there goes completely away. That's my game week on. It's Arsenal, even if Ekitike, Van Dijk, Gabriel and Rice all haul now. I've got a feeling that Arsenal are going to destroy me later on today. Like, I took out Timber and Rice. Rice is obviously a very strong chance to match whatever Semenyo did yesterday, which was 4 points. And based on how it's going at the moment, like, I was never going to play Timber anyway, even if I kept him. And I've obviously moved that problem out of the team for game week 31. This year, I swear, it's just a year where if I don't take hits, I feel like I don't get greens. But I'm glad I didn't take the hit this week because my hit would have definitely been Bowen for Thiago a week early. And that would have actually cost me like 6 points because it would have taken a -4 and Bowen outscored Thiago by 2. So that ended up being a smart decision. But I feel like this week, I'm looking at my team now, and yes, I can cover those injuries, right? Like, what is my team currently for this week? Next week, I've currently got it set up with Bart Simpson in goal, Gabriel, Kanade, Mateus Nunes. I did have Wirtz starting at West Ham, then Bruno, Semenyo, and Mbumo, Wilson, and then Haaland and Thiago. But I've got João Pedro on the bench. I've got Mukiele on the bench, and I've got Chalobah on the bench and Sanchez on the bench. So triple Chelsea there. I've obviously sold Bowen for Thiago because I just thought that made like a pretty sensible decision. But Wirtz being out means I'm probably going to need to make a move. But I kind of want to go with a differential there. I don't want to just go with someone that lots of people already got. But then I look at the players that I don't own. I don't know who I'd buy that I think is actually like it would have to be a Brentford midfielder. It'd have to be like Kevin Sade, probably. What was he? I don't feel like I saw Kevin Sade do much. I know he started on the bench yesterday. He did now. He came on in the second half and had 0.06 expected assists. I still feel like I'll be very tempted by Dango Otara. If Wirtz is going to be out for more than like a week, I think I would downgrade Wirtz to Dango, and then I would upgrade, if Wirtz is out for a substantial amount of time, João Pedro to Ekitike, probably. Either that, or if I think that... I say it's a weird one. If I think that I could do something funky in like a -8, but I'm not sure. I mean, the injuries definitely have thrown a few spanners in the works, that's for sure. And these games need a goal. You know, Saturday's always, I swear, Sunday football is always way lower scoring this season. These games on 2 o'clock on a Sunday, quite often, are just games where I'm like going, what are we watching? Forest are definitely on top here. Well, considering they played midweek and Liverpool didn't, I'd be pretty concerned if I was a Liverpool fan right now. It feels like there's a goal coming there for Forest. Ball into the box, cleared away there by Virgil. Nice little DC for the Virgil. I'm taking -24 this week. Yeah, legit. I got Senesi on my bench, 5 points. I don't have it. I forgot the time. First thing I see is Wirtz not playing. First thing I hear is Mukiel injured. Oh, no. Bro, Chelsea is selling so hard. Yeah, Chelsea are just bad. They're just bad. Brighton and Forest next. I'm scared now. Pereira, 8 Nori and Cunha, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Legit. I'm considering Dirty Dom. I've seen nothing from Liverpool in this game that makes me want to invest in them. I'm actually already regretting the Kanane move based on what I've seen today. Maybe Gakpo punt. I've no interest in getting Gakpo. You'll be sick if Wilson does something here now. I know. Yeah, legit. It'll be frustrating. I just look at the bench and I go, of all the players that I need to rely on, and the one that I end up relying on with my stacked bench is the one that gets injured in the first 11 minutes. I mean, that kind of sums up the season in a nutshell, really. Some years you just get the luck, and other years you can almost guarantee that the other blokes are going to score points. Bigger troll than Cunha. His pants, by the way. You got a green arrow last week. I did, Dunda, but I was more luck than anything else. I just took an absolute gamble that Rice was going to just outperform, and he did. That was the only reason why. That was just pure luck as well. Palace game, they're all boring. I've barely seen a chance for any of these games. By playing clearly, Gary Vee versus South Park. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Strandlass is my captain today, by the way. Oof. Dango outdid Sade in terms of XG. Yeah, he did, comfortably. So glad I held off going early on moves. Still have the Arsenal triple. What about Ahmad or Wirtz? I don't know about Ahmad. I think that Šeško probably should be starting games now for Man United. And I'd like to see him start. I would like to see him start. Dango must be the one. Forest all over, no goals so far. Need someone to wipe out. Pinderson, clean sheet. I really like the way Ryan is playing. Ryan looked amazing, by the way, yesterday. I thought he looked really good. Having said that, though, West Ham should have won that game. Like how Bournemouth went away with a point. I think it was like 2.7 XG to like 0.6. West Ham bossed that game. They'll be ruining that. At the end of the season, if they end up getting relegated by a couple of points, some of these games they've had of late, they're going to be ruining. They're ruining the 96-minute equaliser to Man United, ruining that second half against Chelsea, who are rubbish pretty much for that first half. And then they're also going to be ruining yesterday's game where they battered Bournemouth for large parts of it and really should have won. They really should have won the game yesterday. Here we go, chance of Fulham. It's curled just wide by Sessegnon. That's probably the best action I've seen outside of the Forest and Liverpool game. I've barely seen a chance in that Sunderland-Fulham game, and I definitely haven't seen a chance in the Crystal Palace-Wolves game so far. That's been the definition of watching paint dry, that game. One team doomed for relegation, another one working out whether their manager's still going to be in charge tomorrow morning. Right now I'm on a green. 7 weeks to tell you, yeah, nice. That's not good. That's it. This season is just a very swingy season. Like, you can have 3 or 4 good weeks in a row, and then your team looks amazing, and then somehow you end up with 3 to 4 red arrows in a row, and you're like, how? How? I've got all these good players, I've got all these amazing fixtures, and no one performs. I mean, it's the defence this year. I just haven't. I've owned good defenders at certain points this year. It's just when I've owned them, they've done out. They've just conceded goals when I've owned them. And like stupid goals. I mean, like that Chelsea-Burnley game yesterday, Chelsea are the reason why the last 4 weeks I haven't soared up the rankings. Because I just bet on them actually being a team that won the Club World Cup Championship, which is obviously a pile of crap because they're actually absolute fraudsters. And they're playing 3 of what could be, well, they might actually have just played the 3 relegated teams. Wolves are definitely going down. Burnley are definitely going down. And West Ham, well, the jury's still out on them. But they haven't they've conceded, well, 1 goal only to Burnley, but they've conceded 2 goals to the others. And you're like, how? What are they doing? Then they conceded the goal against Crystal Palace when Crystal Palace had 10 men. Like, the defending it's just been not satisfactory. Ever since, I'd bring back Maresca. Maresca knew how to get clean sheets. Rossinia literally brought on 8 defenders yesterday. He took off his attackers. He went all defensive, and they still conceded. It was just that was probably one of the most frustrating moments watching live football this season in regards to FPL, because it was like you knew it was coming. You just knew it was coming, and Rossinia just kind of invited it. He literally put 8 defenders on the field and said, "Burnley, come at us." And to be fair, they probably should have lost. They literally gave away a free header off that corner. Was it a corner or a crossing? I can't remember. Then literally 2 minutes later, allowed the exact same play to happen. They got lucky the second time that the header wasn't on target. But you could definitely make a case that it was just not good enough. In any way, shape or form. Canade's falling over now. Imagine if Canade got injured as well. He's fine. He's just fallen over. If anything, I think Wolves are looking the better team early doors, in case anyone's wondering actually who's doing well in that game. It's been a very tedious watch. What's my rank? It's just inside the top million, 990,000 at the moment. Who would you get friend zone Rice to 0.3 in the bank? Honestly, I'd have to have a think about it, because I originally thought Wirtz was going to be close to my top buy this week. But not anymore. Like, if he's out injured for a substantial period of time, he's definitely not going to be the best midfielder buy this week because he's injured. So, I don't know. I have to think about it. Semenyo didn't do much yesterday either. It was a weird performance from Man City. It was like a nervous performance. It's like no one actually wants to win the Premier League this season. It's just bizarre. It really is bizarre. I've experienced Palmer and... Hold on, wait a minute. Forest should start now. They have a competent manager. I agree. I mean, he's finally got onto a decent one. You know what the funny thing is that Man United fans seem to think that we needed Sean Dyche. Like, in what world do some people live that are Man United fans and thought that we actually needed Sean Dyche? Like, what? Could you imagine him in charge of Man United? Oh, I'd stop supporting. I'm done with FPL now. Fair. Hope West Ham stay out. Bowen should have had 2 assists. I know he put on some amazing corners yesterday. Yeah. 1 ball's 1 week you're up. Yeah, as I said, like I was always saying in my videos, you've got to ride the highs, enjoy the highs, and just get through the lows. And just remember when the lows happen, remember that football is an unpredictable game and you can't be guaranteed anything in a game that is unpredictable. And even your best laid plans might come completely unstuck just based on that. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Slot's getting angry here with the fourth official about something. Virgil van Dijk's also on the ground again. What's happened here? So he's gone here. Oh, Virgil van Dijk's just taken a ball to the head, and he obviously had that head knock earlier as well. Oh, he's just copped that one sweet to the head. That actually looked bad. That actually looked bad. He's also getting treatment again. I mean, that's the second time he's copped the head knock in the first half. It's not good news. And we're still waiting here. He's still being assessed by the doctors. That's 31 minutes gone there now. I'm fully done. I can't anymore. Who would you? Yeah. What about AJ, but based on yesterday's performance? Yeah, I think Brentford just had a mare. Brentford do have a mare in them, and I feel like that was their mare performance. I think they'll be back to... They've got Burnley next week. I think they'll be fine next week. I'm just trying to see if Virgil's all right. So Virgil's come off. He looks like he wants to carry on. I don't know what Anthony Taylor and Slot are having a chat about. I don't actually see what the problem was there. Maybe he didn't stop the game quick enough. Maybe that's the problem. I think Virgil's going to be fine. It looks like he's going to come back on. Can't believe I've made early moves and Wirtz might be injured. Yeah, that's rough. I've experienced Palmer and Saka injury before kickoff. Benching, Haaland benching, Mukiele sub. Wirtz injury, Bruno injury at halftime, O'Reilly sub. Mate, some years it just goes like that. You just got to ride it out. He takes Palmer off when he can create. Just need a goal or assist from Australian last to beat Haaland captaincy again. His last game in my team fair. I mean, Crystal Palace having to look like scoring at the moment. I feel like Wolves have been far closer than Crystal Palace in that game. But that's not saying much. The game's been a very boring game to look at. Ryan's a better transfer in than any Brentford midfield. I watched him yesterday. He nearly got... Oh, mate, that was a fantastic run, Paul. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That was one of the runs of the season. It deserved a goal. It was a fantastic run. He literally it was a crazy run. It was a true Brazilian run, that. 1.2 to 1.9. I wouldn't worry about that. You can definitely come back from that still. With your poll. It doesn't happen to anyone but me. I don't know. I feel like I've had my share of bad luck this season. United needs Enrique and he better bring that kid João Neves with him. Sean Dyche could keep Tottenham up. No chances. I mean, suddenly got another bloke down here injured again. It's just injury after injury. Knock after knock. And that's all I've seen is blokes on the floor. There's been more blokes on the floor than shots in these games. Finally a chance here. Strand Larson hit a ball, but it wasn't really a chance. Just, I don't know. Miami League rivals never get injuries. Pisses me off. Yeah, some people just get lucky. Like some years you can get lucky. It's really funny, right? So, like, let's talk FPL Andy. You've got to suggest that he has got all the luck in the world this year. Like, in fair play, you do get years where you just get lucky. Like, the amount of times he's had blokes not show up at his team and then Kevin Dewsbury Hall's come off the bench of like 13, 14 points. That's just a definition of luck. Oh, and Palace had just hit the post. I think it was Pino with a shot. He's hit the post. That's finally some movement there from Palace. Mo Salah's looked pretty ordinary in this game. I haven't seen him touch the ball very much either. It's just been a poor performance from Liverpool in general for the first 34 minutes. Sunderland with I don't know what that was. Really hopeful ball in the box. Didn't do anything. Yeah, it's just one of them seasons. You just got to... It comes down again to the quality of the Premier League this season. I just don't... Like, there is a lot of good players in the Premier League. But for whatever reason, whether there's teams going through transition, not settled, the attacks, lots of new strikers coming to the league that aren't quite gelling with like the midfielders and stuff like this, for whatever reason, it's led to a hell of a lot more defensive and boring football in general. That's been half the issue of the Premier League this season. It's probably been that's probably then translated into FPL in terms of being able to pick like the right players and stuff, because no team is consistently getting the job done. I mean, even if you look at Arsenal, who are winning the league right at the moment, the only good thing that they've been able to do fairly consistently most of the year is score from set pieces. Outside of that, they haven't actually been that good. And they're pretty good at defending, until recent times. So the Spurs game will be interesting later on to see whether they can defend that game well or not. Palace are definitely... I mean, I can't believe Palace started the season the best team in the league. And then it's just become a toxic environment. Like, they've sold Mark Gahey. There's been really no replacements. Glasner's like, I'm leaving. Now he's like, oh, we'll see if I stay. Now there's another bloke down for Sunderland, mate. There's so many players going down in these games. I feel like I'm just watching stationary football with no ball moving around. There's going to be about 10 minutes of injury time in that Sunderland-Fulham game. I swear every couple of minutes there's a bloke down on the floor. Gravenberch is complaining about something. I'm not sure what he's complaining about. In the league, City and Arsenal, yeah, I would agree with that, being the same as them. Even Barcelona and Real Madrid aren't having very good seasons. It just turns out that, that they're still near the top. We need a goal. I mean, this Sunderland game is going to go on to about 50 minutes at the rate it's going. We've now had what feels like another 4-minute delay here, and it looks like another Sunderland defender going down. It might even be the bloke that came on to replace Mukiele, because I'm not sure who came on for him. Henderson stops a shot going in other news. I don't know if it was a shot clearance or whatever it was. Either way, Sunderland are going to be forced into their second injury and forced substitution here within the first 37 minutes, which is ridiculous. Take Van Dijk off as well. Like to see that. Actually, Harry's luck's gone down the gurgler. It's like they've stolen his luck. Like, Harry's normally the lucky one, and this year he's not had any luck at all. He's finally come unstuck after years of just getting luck, and now it's come back to bite him in the ass. I'm so far behind on comments, by the way. How is Wang playing? He's back off the injuries. He's actually back off the injuries. He's probably going to roll up tomorrow to play Gary's team. So hopefully Wang can score a goal tomorrow against Gary. That'd be nice. I am having an injury crisis. Yes. Tungle, Western Forest and Wolves attack. Nah, Wang's not playing. I already played my wild card too. Wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool Palace kept a clean sheet. Honestly, with the way these games are going, I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 games finish 0-0. Semenyo DC, I know, jokes, isn't it? Dream team next season, do like that game. Confession time for Zygle. Drunken transfers last night included Wirtz. Oh dear, Zygle. Yeah, that's a bit rough. Ryan reminds me Mason Greenwood with a higher ceiling for potential. I can't play next season, honestly. Salah and Bruno potentially leaving. I'll have to pick Rice every week. You won't have to. There'll be replacements. I think Man United are looking at buying Benjamin Stiller from I think it's Leverkusen or a German team, and he's very similar to what Bruno is. He might just be a direct replacement. Such a boring game week. Yeah, it's not been an exciting one, I can tell you that. But then again, the Premier League this season has not been an exciting Premier League. Like, there's been drama. Don't get me wrong, there's been drama. But the football's not actually been a very good product this year. Like, in terms of attacking, end-to-end, what the Premier League's renowned for, it hasn't been that this year. I'm just waiting for Muno's injury. Getting injured, I know it's coming. Last year was so much better. I agree. Last year, the football was so much better. Worst part is all the copycats who clone Andy's team are in the top 100k. Useless. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Gameweek in the mud. Took a hit to get Wirtz in. That's rough. That's really rough. Do you ever get the feeling FPL just ain't the game for us? I love it because of the fact you just don't know what's going to happen. So it's really good when it bangs. And you just got to laugh at it when it just, when your best laid plans go tits up, you've just got to sit there and go, that's actually quite funny. At the end of the day, it's the only way to deal with it is just go, well, the reason I picked them was sound. It's just they were really crap. I could get in the absolute bin off an Andrew. It's not one for me. Afternoon, Gary. Started playing chess again. United win more than just Jarvin Evers. I'll win it one day. Afternoon, Gary. They like Virginia too. Yeah, they do. Good show last night. Thank you. Post Palace. Afternoon, Gary. Might go play chess now. Hey, Andrew. Andy got like Kevin Dewsbury Hall coming for. Yeah, I know. It's insane. As I said, luck in this game is. Oh, it's a penalty. Crystal Palace versus Wolves is a penalty. Oh, it's going to be a penalty for Wolves. It's a Wolves penalty. Unbelievable. This is what I'm talking about. Like this. You couldn't write this up. And Andrew Wharton's been yellow carded as well. We might finally be getting a goal because there's going to be a penalty here. Chance of Forest? No, blocked. Adam Wharton's still in disbelief why he's given away a penalty. But, mate, you can't be making a tackle like that in the box and think you're going to be getting away with it because you didn't win the ball. Who's taking the penalty? I don't think it's Strand Larson, by the way. It looks like Pino might be taking it. Who is taking this? Why is Pino... Oh, no, it's a Wolves penalty. What am I on about? What was Pino doing then? Why were all the cameras on Pino? I was like, is he going to take it? No, it's a Wolves penalty. It's Aracadere. Knowing our luck, Nightmare's wild carded. Henderson probably saves it and gets a 15-pointer. All right, we're finally going to get a goal. Let's have a look. It's Aracadore or whatever his stupid name is. What is his name? No, that's the guy that plays at West Ham. All right, Wolves to take a penalty. Can they get us underway? Oh, and Henderson saved it. I called it. I can't believe it. That's the season it's been. Oh, you just wouldn't believe it. That is heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. Just knowing that Nightmare could have had that Henderson penalty save. And he could have been on track for a 15-pointer. Some of the penalties from Wolves can't take a penalty. Strand Larson did exactly the same with his penalty, and that was the last time I remember Wolves taking one. That was literally like standing 12. You know when you're learning football and you start football and you get into pairs at training and they ask you to kick it 10 meters, well, not even 10 meters, like 12 yards to each other. That's the kind of speed that the Wolves player hit that penalty at. And he literally passed it straight to Henderson. And Henderson said, thank you very much. Unbelievable. Oh, someone check on Nightmare. That's gut-wrenching, that is. Knowing that you've taken that player out and he's now probably going to be the top scoring goalkeeper this weekend, that just sucks ass. I can from now until the end of the season see what happens. Gabriel Timber not playing. I'll get 9.8. Wilson, that many DCs. What on earth? Has he actually got DCs? Oh, I don't even bother counting. Gallagher has messaged me. He's hopefully be on soon. Do many copycats well. Reason. Wonder how many of the top 10K are copycat Andy clones. I don't think many of them are. A lot of people above Andy have got nowhere near his team. Like Henry's team is so different. Problem is Wilson comes off early. What's FPL review? Ask Gary. Yeah, this season, yeah, it's yeah. The scores across the board this season are way down on last year. By the way, they took away the AM chip and everyone's scores are less. Like I reckon I'm going to struggle to crack 2,000 points. And last year I got like 2,700, I think. All right, Fulham have now had a bloke go off injured. It's just been injury city. No goals, save penalty for Henderson, and just injury city. Tolu, that's his name, Tolu. He needs to be put in the bin. He should never be given another penalty again in his life. Both Portuguese fit in perfectly with Fernandes. Bloody Lemmings. That was second place for a minute. Second. Bonehead and all. Tarkowski bullet header off the bench for Wirtz. Even though the games are boring, hit a like, 95 watching. Yeah, smash a like, please. Yeah, lazy. Lazy from the people. I'm so far behind. I've got no real thoughts on content creators. Wilson 10 DC, of course. Card new. Wilson's smoking Mukiele. He's going to have 3 points by half time. He hasn't even got an attacking return. RBL is steadied. No goals in 40 minutes. Coming from Mukiele. Mad. South Park versus the Gary View. Well, South Park is starting in 15 minutes. FPL, mate, personally, Dean, what's your thought? I think, yeah, well, whatever they do, I think some of them are a bit more money grabbing than others, but other than that, fair play to them. When's your best favourite position to play? I play up striker. I'm literally coming out of retirement this year. I'm doing one last season. At the age of 39, I'm retiring after this year because I'll be 40 next year, and I'm not playing sport next year. I'm just going to manage and coach. But I'm coming out as player manager this year, so I'm going to be playing myself up top, going to be bringing myself on for the last 20 minutes of games, and everyone's knackered. And I'm going to just sit there and I'll be like, boys, the plan is feed me and I will score. That is the game plan. Stuttgart, there we go. I came in to cheer up. I turned down a night to watch my FPL players versus. Oh, it's horror. Don't think I'll bother with FPL next year. I'll just play footium. VAR killed it too. We need more open attacking teams like Brighton. Set piece, yeah. Video, pen, Wolves, yep. Harry Wilson feels as if he's playing like he doesn't want to pick up an injury. Maybe. And Jack that says wipe out Wolves pen or what? Yeah. Tolu, I can't believe that. Missed. Nightmares had a nightmare, yep. Sometimes it's just, yeah. Tolu's bad, yep. Nightmare had Henderson. He sold him on wildcard. Yeah. Warren's been an imposter in this game. Fing Wang converted a Wolves penny did. Penny save. Wang doesn't miss those. We all know Richards will score. Zabi Alonso black and white walking away meme. Oh. It's just not fair as a nightmare. It really isn't fair. Like, just knowing that... Where's your team? What did you do? Let's have a look. It's a Nightmares team. Oh, it actually pains me to look because I just feel like this is just so unlucky. Like, Nightmare's in the same position as me. He's got Rodon and Hill, second and third on his bench, and he's got Mukiele and Aja on field with 1 point each. You just can't write that up. You really can't write that up. And then I look at oh, that's just, it makes for painful viewing. So he sold Munoz and Henderson, and at the moment Henderson's on for an absolute huge haul. Like that, oh, that is just rotten luck. That's really frustrating. That's actually really frustrating. I feel sick watching that. Like, it's just not fun. That is not fair. That's just not fair. Oh, it's just... That's just unbelievable. Well, we'll put something a bit more fun on. While we're in 10 minutes' time, we'll watch South Park and hopefully they can provide us with some goals because there's been no goals in the Premier League. We've just been sitting there watching pathetic penalties and teams... I mean, the Sunderland-Fulham game, by the way, is still ongoing. That's into injury time. There's another 4 more minutes of injury time in that game. Outside of that, there's been naught going on in these games at all. It's been a very dour Sunday of football. Kevin, someone went off for Fulham, yes. I didn't actually catch who it was. Munoz out. I can't even score pen. Senesi come off a bench for Wirtz. I prefer Wirtz to not be injured. Didn't see your team. He's just been... Nightmare has been so unlucky. The Shed is going to be back in business tonight, I think. The Shed's going to be back in business. Harry Hairband is just a DC merchant now. He's doing a video with the spiders. He might be out there already. I wouldn't blame him. If I had just... This is Nightmare's team from last week. I'm going to try and share the screen. Hold on, where are we at? I hope Nightmare doesn't mind this either, but I'm just going to show this for people so they can see what I'm talking about here. Hopefully you can see what this looks like. I'm going to quickly see if I can. All right, I'm going to narrow that down. So this is Nightmare's team from last week, right? So he had Henderson in goal last week and Munoz, who combined for 2 points, right, against Burnley at home. And this week they're currently... We'll talk about that in a second. He had Tarkowski, Gabriel, Timber, Bruno G, who obviously did need to go because, you know, he's cooked for about 6-7 weeks. He had Rice, he had Bruno, he had Anderson, Haaland, Ekatike, Garner, Mukiele, Thiago, and Dubravka. That was his team, right? And to be honest, he's taken a gamble, and I really admire the gamble. And I think this is just the definition of just being incredibly unlucky. So imagine you get rid of Kelleher and Munoz and you bring in the double Brentford defence, which arguably from next week onwards makes a hell of a lot of sense. This week it's just, there's no other way to describe it other than the fact it's just miraculously backfired. The fact that Mukiele's gone off after 11 minutes, I mean, me and Nightmare in the same spot there, that's just, it just sucks. And then the midfield, obviously he got rid of Haaland for Ekatike, no, for João Pedro, I think. Yeah, that's right. So that actually worked because João Pedro's actually beaten Haaland by a point because Haaland will finish on 6 points. He's going to get a bonus point after today's games update. He has Semenyo like I do, but he brought in Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer, I mean, Chelsea, at least he got almost as many points as Chalobah and Sanchez combined. At least that's something. But it just sums up what this season's been. It's been rubbish. It's absolutely horrendously rubbish. And like I look at this team and I actually really like the team, but it's not going to be a good week. Unless Bruno Fernandes goes... I mean, Bruno's owned by how many people now? 37%. So even if Bruno goes big, you're not really getting much out of it. So like, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. That should not be equaling what's happened. It really shouldn't. But it is. It's just, that's actually insane. I can't get over how unfair that is. It really is unfair. It's just unfair. Bob could become a huge differential, yes. Watch how Palace Liverpool get clean sheets, even though, yeah, fair. Half the players in the Sun, Fulham, are getting injured. Yeah, legit. Wirtz isn't playing. Yeah, no, he's not. He's not. The essence of FPL. This is FPL heritage, by the way. If you've never experienced this, you'll experience it at some point playing the game. It's just the way the game works, unfortunately. I know by now for sure. Has anyone had multiple injured players in the warm-up this season? Wirtz in my third team up injury this season. I had Palmer early on in the season when I owned him at the beginning of the season because I went with Haaland and Salah, and I went with Palmer and Saka. Saka obviously got injured against that Leeds game when he looked like he was on for a huge haul, and he was my captain that week, and it really would have banged. Then obviously I had the Palmer injury. Then I've had the Wirtz injury this week. It's been a weird season. Very weird season. Everything I did made sense. It's absolutely right. It is just rotten luck. Too many ads, by the way. There shouldn't be any ads. I don't have them on. They should only be on at the start and the end of the stream. I'm pretty sure I've turned off mid-roll ads. At least Nightmare didn't bring in Wirtz too. Is anyone having a good week? I think people's scores will go up in the second half because of the rate they're going. We're on track for 6 clean sheets here. Like 6 clean sheets. That's pretty good. I think you'll find you'll cook some points in the second half. There's like multiple Calafiori injury. I mean, he is a pretty injury-prone player, to be fair. How come whenever a Nightmare have bad game weeks, it's bad luck? Whenever me and Kanji do it, it's because we're sheepish idiots. Because I look at your teams, Gary, and you're relying on players like Anderson. Like Fulham's Anderson. I mean, he might be going all right this week, to be fair, but I'm sure that they'll find a way to concede to Sunderland in the second half. And then you're relying on dirty 2-point dom. I mean, this is not a luck issue. This is a skill issue. Picking players like that is a skill issue. That's why it's not unlucky for you, because you've picked a couple of red herrings that the analytics programs just got horribly wrong. I mean, Anderson had a good stretch there of a couple of weeks, and Dirty Dom had that good week. But outside of that, it's definitely a skill issue. Peeps or squeaks. Funny. All right, where is this? Let's get this up. Let's get this up for the start of the second half. Hold on, where are we at? Image. There we go. No, wrong image. That's what I need. All right, second half, still no updates in the goals. The first goals we're going to see in this watch-along, by the way, are the South Park goals, or the goals we concede, one or the other. Because there's going to be goals in there before there's any goals in this Premier League games. Legit. It's crazy. If I tell you my team, can you tell me if I do bad? It's bad luck, yeah, of course. At this rate, is Dom going to be the last Liverpool midfield asset standing? I captain Thiago, played Keller and Dango, benched Hill, played Mukiele, and I'm currently on 20 points of 8 played. I look at my score this week and I go, it could be worse. It really could be worse. Like Wirtz going down injured and getting 1 point off the bench for Mukiele. Yes, my defence looks like a shambles, but at least my forward line did pretty well. I had João Pedro 7. Haaland is going to be obviously 12 with the captaincy. Bowen obviously got something. He got 4 points, so that was better, double what Thiago got. Semenyo obviously got 4 points, not ideal, but like I look at the other players that are popular this week, and no one's done anything. Palmer did now. Enzo did now. Rogers did now. So like at least Semenyo did something. Yeah, obviously Wirtz has not got 1 point. I should have corrected that. I've been lazy and I've just left it like that. He's on 0 points. I'm not bothering to change it because I'm still going to be on 34 points anyway. But I apologise. It probably looks a little bit weird. He's not on 1 point. He's on 0. But technically, I'm getting 1 point for him, so it's not completely incorrect. I'm on 15 points, man. I'm 36 with 7 played. So I'm on 34 and I've had now 8 played. So I've got Mbumo, Bruno and Gabriel left. It all depends. If Spurs score a goal, I'll probably be okay this week. It's not going to be a murderous week because double Man United attack tomorrow feels fairly good, I think. Hopefully. Hopefully being the operative word there. And then I'll still see FPL Matt cry about his TC. He's never experienced worse than me. I mean, I just called it bad luck. What is bad luck when it doesn't work? Wait for Dirty Dom's free kick now, Darius. It's incoming. And then Sheffield Wednesday relegated in February. That's mad. That's actually mad, that is. 22 points, 4 left to play. Still on triple Arsenal. Fair. It's been a weird week, hasn't it, Ryan? I was looking at the top of the mini league today. The scores are just bad in general this week. My team is Sanchez, Verbruggen, O'Reilly, Timber. You've already got O'Reilly, so that's one Arsenal. Sorry, that's one City. You've already got Timber and Gabriel. That's 3 players blanking in 31. Rice is 4. Haaland's 5. You're going to have to take a couple of hits to field a team in 31. Like Enzo and Wirtz are not even your issues. I'd actually probably keep Enzo because you're going to need players that are playing in 31 unless you're free hitting. And I'd wait to see what Wirtz is doing. I'd probably look to move some of your Arsenal assets instead, to be honest. There's a ghost haunting the chat. There is. I just seen that. Hello, Roberto. I just saw FPL Yellow Army and I was like, I recognise that name, and then I didn't bother looking at the picture next to him. There's Roberto the Ghost. Is Haaland getting a bonus point? Yes, he is. He's going to end up with 6 and will double to 12. Wilson got the DC. That's mad. 3-0 to Arsenal. Can see Spurs 0-0. All right, let's see. Where is the footium game? Let's sort this out. Let's get the South Park up and about. Live now already. That didn't take long. All right, we're finally going to see some goals, folks. We're finally going to see some goals here. I think. I hope. Being the operative word. Any danger of actually showing the game? Here we go. All right, what is this guy going? He's gone a 5-2-3. Ah, this is where I got cooked. Because he knows what formation I'm going to play, and he's set up in a formation. I think that might beat me. All right, here we go. Let's bring this on screen. It's currently 0-0 in this game as well. There's no goals in any game. It's mad. Absolutely mad. The second half hasn't yet started in either of those games yet. It's still currently half-time as well. I rotated a lot of the squad today too, so this is going to be interesting to see how it goes. But because we're more evenly matched, I reckon there's a chance that we'll smoke them. But we'll see. We will see. I mean, we're very evenly matched. His team is like almost rated just as much as mine. Like all my really good players are currently in training. And they're not fit and available. This could be a nervy watch. Division 6 might have come too early for South Park. Our record run might be coming to an end. It really could be. I hope it doesn't. Hey Gary, plans to roll. Not Enzo and Wirtz. I meant Rice and Wirtz. Yeah, I know. But yeah. Oh, Rice and Wirtz. Okay. Yeah, Rice you could sell to anyone, really. Did Bradford have 2 free transfers? Thiago must for next week. I think so. I think Thiago is a must next week. Yeah, 100%. That's my gut feel on it anyway. Dirty point 2 times for minutes. Bonus for no reason. I went 3-0 again. Yeah, you got to find it funny. 3-31 instead of the second blank. You think, let's play there getting injured and O'Reilly looks like O'Reilly's definitely an attractive buy for sure. Oh, here we go. We're conceding a goal here. No, we're not. Roughed at Andrew, especially against, I know. Could you imagine that? You've loaned all your best players to your other club. I know. I actually think I might have cooked myself. I was looking at my team today, and I've already deregistered all the players I could in this transfer window. So I was stuck playing this team. I just have to play this team and hope that the blokes I put out there are going to be good enough. In fairness, I should be beating him. I should be beating him on the fact that my chemistry should be better. Sorry, I'm just checking some of his players. So he's got all silver players, and I'm pretty much playing still a team of rares. So I should have an advantage regardless, but I have not been getting any luck in these games at all, the first 3 games. I've dominated the games and then just done nothing with it. And this guy's formation is proving difficult. I think 5-2-3 is cooking me. The good news is I can change it at half-time. I've got the players to change to a 5-2-3 as well. So if it continues like this, I'll make some changes then, I think. When do the goals start? Hopefully soon. I want to say this is my worst game week ever. This will go as the worst for decades to come. Wow. Fair. Dan, it's kicking off in the city centre. Me mate just told me. I feel like a toy clown today, and I don't even think my decisions were that bad to the deadline. Yeah, exactly. Blue code D-Unit backfiring. Yeah, maybe. Commiserations, Andrew. Didn't realise you were... Yeah. It's a rough day. A rough day there for sure. This is like 2 really evenly matched teams. There's been 2 shots in this entire game. There's been 20 minutes played. And neither team's been able to get on top. I'm concerned about that 5-2-3 though. In theory, the 4-2-3 one should actually match it really well. I'm just not sure if it will. Good save from Lawan there, keeping me in the game. It's really funny though, because they make it out like rares and that have such a big impact on chemistry, and like I should be winning the chemistry every single game, and yet it doesn't translate into results. This guy's got a good bench as well. He's got like pretty good players on the bench. It doesn't have quite as good of players as I've got on the bench, but I was hoping I didn't need to use them, so I have to wait and see how it goes. Minus points, Gary could tell you, but you would need it now. What changes would you make to improve FPL unit? Manual subs. Manual subs. 12-0. Wow. That's impressive. I mean, Brittle City had an easy win earlier today. 7-0. And I didn't even play any good players in that game, and it just carried away. And yet South Park, where all my good players are, have really struggled. I mean, yesterday we played a zombie team, only won 2-1. I've had one shot in 26 minutes. It's about as boring as the bloody FPL. Nothing happening. All right, the second halves are underway, by the way. I'm going to quickly restart that time while I'm paying attention. Got a little bit distracted there. All right, let's get that underway. Hopefully we get some goals in this half. Hopefully we can get some goals in this half. Here we go. Shot from Frosty. No good. Still no goals. We've had 2 shots each for 0-0. This is a tight game. This is a tight game. I definitely need to look into I need to suss out which teams I'm playing and when, and get the team right, because this is a very stitched together lineup I put out today. I'm actually thinking I might lose this game. If there's a game I'm going to lose, this will probably be it. He's sitting at 100% literally on every one of his players he's playing. It's like he's waited for this game, and I'm playing a bunch of blokes that are really not up to scratch. Just got to hope I can be clinical in the second half. I might have to bring Toz, and Toz is normally a much better finisher than some of these other blokes. Raw's on the bench. Every time I bring Raw... Oh! Milinkovic went close there with a header for Forest, but unfortunately that's gone wide of the post. Oh, it was a great ball. No, it wasn't. I thought it was Anderson put the ball in. It wasn't. It was Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, it's not really that close, to be honest. Looked closer than what it was. Oh, actually, it was fairly close. Wasn't miles away. Got to try and get someone where these shots. Someone have a shot. Smith's had a lot of the ball, not a lot of shots on goal. Frustrating. Here we go. Ball in to a box from Palace. Nothing doing. Sunderland versus Fulham has finally kicked off for the second half as well. No goals in that game either. It's 0-0 in every game. Even in footium, it's 0-0. Somebody do something. Just shoot. I mean, the guys are getting the ball in the box and they can't even shoot in the box today. What's going on there? Frosty from outside the box. That's not going to get the biscuit done, mate. Oh, useless. Who the hell's that? Garber. What a name. Garber's been booked. Muhammad. No, he can't get a goal either. Far out. These frauds. My team just can't finish. I could never seem to get a striker that can finish. Well frustrating. Here we go. Smith. No good. Finally getting a little bit of sustained pressure. Smith again. No good. Smith, he infuriates me. The amount of times I sub Smith off because he's just not finishing at half time. He is a player that he's like owning Ismail Assar in FPL. It never works well. You're always left disappointed. I don't even know what I'm going to do at halftime. I feel like the formation's actually not a problem today. I'm going to just leave it as is. Just got to hope some of these blokes actually start finishing in the second half. They keep on going too wide as well. Well, that's where they need to be. Oh, foul. Here we go. Mohammed, just shoot on goal, mate. Shoot on goal and score. Oh, useless. Flog. Absolute flog. Mohammed in the bin. It's like Mohammed Salah. Can't finish a biscuit. Can't finish a biscuit. Oh, Salah was almost in with a chance there of finishing a biscuit, but not quite. Dirty Dom plays it into the box. Old mate comes inside, tries the shot around the corner. That was Jones, I believe. Unfortunately, it's well cleared away there by Forrest. This is going to go to halftime. It's going to be 0-0 in this game as well. I can't believe this. Spurs versus Arsenal. They're just showing the lineup showing up. Igor Chidu, I now know what he looks like. I did not expect him to look like that. But that's what he looks like. Well, that's been a disappointing half. 0-0. 0-0 across the board. They can't buy goals in these games. It's just a bunch of frauds. Have you watched any Olympics? Yes. It's a sign. It is a sign. Gary Sheffield Wednesday had a points deduction. Sol Palmer and Timber Wirtz and Hill last night and got overtaken by D-Unit this week too. So I'm mad. Ronders look nailed. Cherky had a good run. Manchester City, yeah, exactly. A lot of Yorkshire derbies at least in League One. Clearly signed all the Matetas and even Nilssons, literally. 0-0 everywhere. Dan, the consortium deal has nearly been finalised and will league events to become a rich club. Isn't Igor Chidu just flat bold? He's close. These tops. No, I don't get paid to wear these tops. I should. Oh, someone score a goal. Someone do something. I'm over this boring football. Sundays are all... I really disliked... I was actually in two minds to even do a stream today because Sundays I feel this season have been so underwhelming to the point where I'm sitting there just watching these games waiting for something that never comes. Like, I just don't see a world where oh, there's a chance for Liverpool. Oh, that was the closest I think Liverpool have come to scoring. But again, it's well thwarted by Forrest. Liverpool have shown signs of life in the second half. Jones again was the one that I think was pushing into the box there. I'm going to need to make some changes here, I think. Who's on my bench? Who can I influence the result with? Who do I need? So Galvez is on there. Mohammed. Let me have a look. Who's on my bench? Get that off. Oh, the team stats, man. I should really be in front. It's 7 shots to 2. No goals from 7 shots. It's just pathetic. Ferry's getting a little bit tired. He probably needs to come off. Frosty can come off. Who's on my bench? It's going to have to be To. We've got Raw. Raw. This is when Raw comes on, isn't it? Raw comes on and just dominates. All right, I think Ferry's going to have to come off here. We'll give it 15 minutes into the second half, and I'm going to make some changes, I think. And hope that I've got it right. Hope that I can get it right for once. Probs Cardiff walked it too far. Fans are screaming at South Park manager, bring on Tom for Frost. Oh, mate, yeah. Talk to me about Mukiele and Wirtz. I mean, not only did I cop the Mukiele injury, but he was coming off the bench for Wirtz, who's obviously off. And Sunderland at 4. They should have scored. They should have scored. Mundell with a fantastic chance there to give Sunderland the lead. And that is a bad miss. That was a very good chance for Mundell to score. And that was the guy that came on for Mukiele. I think it was anyway. Oh, that was a great chance. He should have finished that. That should have been 1-0 to Sunderland right there. Really should have been. They opened Fulham apart and they should have scored. They should have scored. That should have been 1-0 to Sunderland. Far out. That wasn't far away. Then number 3 for Palace, I think that's Mitchell. I could be wrong. He had a half chance. But yeah, Saar was equal to the measure of that. All right, here we go. Second half underway. Can we get a goal from somewhere? Somebody get a goal. Any game. Mohammed. Starting with intent. These guys just can't finish a biscuit. Mohammed again. No good. 9 shots, no goals. Still we can't buy a goal. Oh, now we're giving away a tackle that's late in the box, you useless flogs. I can't believe it. 9 shots to 2 and you just can't finish. Like, why is my team so bad at finishing? It's another free kick. How many free kicks have been in this game? And we've done nothing. We have shot from Smith. Oh, that's 10 shots for no goals. Mohammed again. Mohammed, is this the one? Yes, finally, South Park have got our first goal of the watch-along. Finally. Scenes at South Park Stadium as the manager for once remains a little bit calm and gives his team a little bit longer to get on with it. And they finally get a little bit of reward. Mohammed finally breaking the drought. Frosty there with the assist. And Fulham have scored. Raul Jimenez has given us a goal. We've finally got a goal in the Premier League. And Raul Jimenez has given Fulham the lead. I mean, that makes you feel a little bit better about the fact that Mukiele would have been coming on and he would have just conceded, so there wouldn't be anything there. And it was whoever that was taking the corner out there from the left. That's a fantastic cross. And Raul Jimenez with a fantastic header to give Fulham the first goal of the watch-along, like in the actual Premier League. So there we go. That's nice to see. I will update that score shortly. But there's been a goal. We'll wait till the end of the South Park game and then I'll update it. Oh, come on, boys. We're on top here. We need to get a second goal. I'm not sure what happened to Wirtz, but Raul Jimenez, yeah. It's not Wilson. It's not Wilson, so I suppose that's some relief. A little bit of relief. Is this guy going to make any changes? Is he going to make any subs? He hasn't made any subs yet. Oh, no, he has. He's bought 2 blokes on at half time. Interesting. This guy's given us so many free kicks today. Just need a second goal. We need a second goal and then we can probably just relax a little. Another foul, man. How many more how many fouls have they given us without us actually getting without them actually getting carded? I mean, Sunderland are going to be kicking themselves. They're going to be absolutely kicking themselves because of the fact that, you know, they had the chances. That Mundell chance, like literally moments before, he should have scored. He really should have scored. He doesn't score, and then literally Fulham have gone down the other end, won a corner, and now in front. Like, now Wilson's down on the ground. Well, good block there. Got to defend well here. Man, how many times do they go to foul me without them actually getting booked? So the ref's been exceptionally lenient in that game. Wilson's complaining to the ref about the fact he got hacked. Another free kick. We're not even putting the ball into the box now. We've given up trying to put the ball into the box. What's wrong with these fools? Yellow card for... Oh, there's a red card. There's a red card in this... Oh, my God. Krejci's been sent off. Krejci's been sent off for a second yellow card in the Wolves game. Crystal Palace are going to be playing against 10 men. I don't know what that was actually for, but he's been shown red. Ekatike's been hauled down. Someone's going to be getting a yellow card for whatever. And now Fulham... What's going on in this Fulham and Sunderland game? Bassey's charging into the ref, crowding him. What the hell's going on here? There's action happening in all three. So Wilson's put the ball into the box. Bassey goes down like a sack of potatoes, claiming a penalty. Nothing in that for me. I think he just fell over. Yes, Bobby's pulling his... Actually, in fact, in fairness, Bobby is pulling his shirt. But I feel like if he gave that, it looks like it would be a bit soft for me. But maybe they will. Anyways, Wolves are down to 10 men, which is... You would think that that would equal a clean sheet, right? That should equal a clean sheet for Palace. Playing against 10, but you just don't know with these things, do you? Oh, can we get a second goal already, boys? Make the game a bit easier. All right, I'm going to make a few changes now. Ferry and that all look like they're cooked. All right, let's get Ferry off. Bring Sanchez on. We're going to do what Colm recommended. Frosty's going to come off. Tot is going to come on. We're going to get rid of Smith because Smith's just had one of those games where he's just been disappointing. And we're going to bring on... Actually, no, we're going to leave Smith out there. Whoops. I've done the wrong thing here. Oh, good save from Lawan. Keeping me in the game, keeping me in front. That's what we like to see. Oh, where is it? Where's old mate? There we go. That can go to Galvez. Ferry. Oh, come on, Ferry. That could have been your last involvement before I make the sub. We're going to bring on the crowd favourite. Ferry? Oh, come on, Ferry. All right. Changes are coming. There's a VAR check in the Sunderland-Fulham game. What's going on here? It's going to be a penalty, isn't it, for Fulham? Raul Jimenez is about to get a 13-pointer. I reckon it's going to be a penalty. Yeah. Sunderland, I mean, Bobby's going to be filthy for himself because he's just literally given Sunderland a penalty. He's going to get yellow carded as well for pulling him as well. Is this going to be, I mean, I wouldn't have picked Fulham to get, I mean, that was a really sloppy piece of play from Bobby. Sometimes you've really got to wonder what teams are doing. Right, Raw's on the field. Can Raw, after being transferred across from Bredal City for this game, can he be the thing that delivers the glory off the bench? Can he do the business? Hopefully. Smith. Should have taken Smith off. Tor! Oh, that would have been an introduction there for Colm, but unfortunately, Tor not up to the business. Oh, and then there's just so many things. All right, Raul Jimenez has scored. It's made it 2-0 to Fulham. Bassey will get the assist, and Raul Jimenez has made it 2-0 to Fulham, and Sunderland have all the work to do to come back into this game now. All the work to do. 2-0 there. I'll update that score very shortly once we've finished this game here. Can my boys hold on for a 1-0? I'm changing the mentality of the team. We don't need to go attacking anymore. Just play it safe. Play it safe. Get the 3 points. Roll on to the next game. Tor? Oh, Tor, come on. Off the bench. And he's missed. Useless flog. Oh, mate. He's just as bad as Frost. He's just as bad as Frosty. Oh. Now, if we can see the goal late on here, I'll be well pissed. I'll be well pissed. Wonder what this guy's going to do. Has he made his last sub? Yeah, I think he has. I don't think he's got anything left. What else is he going to put out there? I don't know. Surely Palace can win this game against 10 men. Surely. You'd like to hope so, wouldn't you? Well, some interesting scorelines in these other ones. The second versus the first place team. The second place team is winning 6-3. Come on, Sanchez. Give us the win. Oh, mate. How hard is it? How many shots do we need to score goals? At least Mohammed scored. Smith. Oh, Smith. How many shots has he had in this game? Like 7 shots and he hasn't scored one of them. He's an absolute fraud. Absolute fraud. Liverpool Forest still 0-0. Palace versus Wolves still 0-0. Only 2 goals in the live watch along today. That's just not. And only 1 for South Park. I mean, yesterday we struggled as well. At least we're winning at the moment. Touch wood. Hopefully that continues. It'll be the first time South Park keep a clean sheet this season as well, which is not something to be sniffed at. Sanchez loves a shot. He's normally one that he can just back in. Raw's done not much. Sanchez, is this the moment? Yes, Sanchez makes it 2-0. That should be the game. Sanchez off the bench, inspired substitution there from the FPL D-Unit. And that should wrap up the points there for South Park. That's 2-0 there. And that's exactly, I mean, that was a nervous watch along more than the watching Mukiele go off injured. But it is what it is. FYI, if Mukiele was still on the field, he'd probably only get 1 point anyway because Fulham have now scored twice. So, all in all, it's worked out okay. Wow, Raul Jimenez, that goal, that headed goal, brilliant goal. What a brilliant header. I mean, he just kind of got left alone. All a bit too easy, really. All a bit too easy. All right, well, that game should be done. This guy's going to lose 2-0, you would think. Hopefully. Shut it out. See you later. Thanks for coming. Mighty South Park roaring to the top 2 for the first time this season. Need to start scoring a few more goals though. We need to work out why we keep missing all these shots. That's it. 2-0. Happy days. All right, let's get that off the screen now. I'm happy with that. It's very nice. There we go. 2-0. South Park have won. I'm going to update those scores now, by the way. And we'll quickly do that now while I'm doing that. But yeah, thankfully, the nervousness of that game is over. I can now enjoy no points for my team. And probably my rank crashing is literally every other man and his dog gets the clean sheet points. And I'm sitting there with none. All right, let's change this. Let's get that on. So it's currently 2-0 to Fulham. Can't believe Fulham are winning 2-0. That's mad. I mean, Matt, all the Anderson lovers, they're going to be back and about, won't they? I can hear Gary already going, Anderson back in the bin. Binderson. Happy days. All right, let's download that. The old Binderson. You got to love it. You've got to love it. All right, let's update that score. There we go. We've actually got the score there for everyone now, so you can see the score. 2-0 to Fulham. There it is. 2-0 to the South Park as well. Happy days. Let's get the chat back open so I can see what's going on. Sorry for not engaging. I didn't have a spare screen. I have the thing on. I haven't got my laptop open today, so let's have a look. Yeah, Kretschke red. Spurs and Arsenal lineups are out. Yeah, second yellow. It's all my fault now. What phone is that? Penalty Fulham. Eze starts for a change. Rail 2. Come on, Robin Roofs. Earn your FPL coin. Yeah, sent off. Had it Rail forward, paying off now. South Park outscored by Fulham. They haven't. It's 2-0. 2-0 to each. But yeah, thankfully the boys finally got the job done. I mean, Sanchez, I should play Sanchez most games because that dude scores so many goals from midfield. And I thought today I was playing Boyer and Ferry, and Ferry's normally a really good assister, and Boyer's normally good for either a goal or assist every game, and he did nout, absolutely nout today. So it was a good win, Pretty happy with that. First clean sheet of the season as well, which is nice. I'm sure that's taken me up in a second. Sure, that took me up in a second. Sure that did. Let me have a look. Leagues. I was 4th prior to today. That's taken me up into second place. 2 points off top. I think I played the top team tomorrow. Ha! Look at that. Tomorrow night, I play the top team. It's actually a really tough run. I played what that team will probably finish in the top 4. So I played them today. I've got the top team tomorrow, which hopefully will be me after tomorrow. Then in the next game after that, I've finally got an easy team. The day after, I've finally got an easy team, so I'll do some mad rotation for that game. We'll play the full strength team tomorrow. Get all the legends out. I left them all off today. They all had a bit of a rest. So hopefully with a little bit of luck, I've done it right. Sunderland, is this the chance to score? Probably, he should have scored. Sunderland should have scored twice in this game. Somehow they have not scored. I don't even know if Leno had to save that. I think it was just a poor shot over the bar in the end. How Fulham have still got a clean sheet, I don't know. Forest Liverpool has 0-0 written all over it. I should swap Sanchez with Robert Sanchez. Yeah, that would be nice. That would definitely be nice for sure. Oh, it's just too easy. I mean, it was unfortunately. Well, fortunately for Fulham, the shot was right at Leno, so Leno really had to save it. But it really should have been a lot different. I mean, Tulu, I can't believe he missed that penalty in the first half. Honestly, that's mind-baffling. How poor Wolves penalty. They obviously don't practice them. They must not think they're going to win them. Because every time, other than Hwang, when Hwang took the penalty, he looked like he knew what he was doing. But outside of him, everyone that's taken them for them looks like they're just going to miss. When they walk up to get the ball, they just look like they're going to miss. And they do. By the way, the lineups for Spurs versus Arsenal, I know that some people have been talking about in the chat. For Spurs, it's Vicario on goal, Gray, Dragusin, Van der Ven and Spence in the back 4. Basuma, Paulinia, Gallagher in the midfield 3. Pape Sarr off the right, Koala Bear through the middle and Xavi Simmons off the left. For Arsenal, it's Raya in goal, Hincapi, Gabriel, Saliba and Timber. Eze, Zubamendi and Rice. Trossard off the left, Yokros through the middle and Saka off the right. For Spurs on the bench, there isn't much. It's Austin, Richarlison. Richarlison's back. Tell, Solanke, Souza, Uluwesi, Williams, Barnett, Rousewell, and Wilson. And for Arsenal, it's Kepa, Mosquera, Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Norgard, Madwakey, Calafiori, and Lewis Skelly. I wonder if that game's going to be any more interesting than these ones. That these games, fair dinkum, have been pretty much not worthy of really covering. Only if Wayne can convert pens, exactly. Pape Sarr on the right. Well, that's what it says. That's what it looks like on the Premier League website. And that's what I was checking. How bad is my rank? My rank is I'm now on a red arrow by 1 point. That's not good news. That's not good news because Arsenal haven't even played yet. And almost everyone's going to have triple players playing in that game. So I'm heavily reliant on Mbumo and Bruno both pulling out worldies tomorrow for me or else I'm absolutely cooked. That defence. Look at it. Sanchez 2, Chalobah 2, Nunez 2, Mukiele 1. If it wasn't for my forward line, I'd be absolutely down the gurgler this week. Absolutely down the gurgler. I think technically speaking, I might actually be on a great arrow prior to this because of the fact that Haaland's obviously going to get an extra 2 points because that hasn't been added to the live rank yet, but he is going to end up with 12. He's currently in the game only on 10, but he is going to get an extra bonus point tonight. I still don't know how João Pedro went behind Pedro Neto. I understand the reasoning because of the pass percentage completion and the whatever it is. I still don't agree with it, but it is what it is. I still can't believe I lost 12 points. That Burnley goal cost me 12 points, right? It cost me the clean sheet for both Chalobah and Sanchez. They were both on track for 1 bonus point each, which cost me 5 points each, which was 10. And then because they conceded, João Pedro's winning goal bonus was taken away, so he went from 3 bonus to 1. That goal in the 92nd minute yesterday killed me. Absolutely killed me. That is probably why I'm getting a red arrow this week, because I lost literally 12 points right at the death. It was a sickener. It was probably the worst event that could happen for my team this entire season. The points damaged that just pathetic effort by Chelsea to defend. Mo Salah's going off here with a blank. I wonder if that's going to convince Kanji to sell him. Palace, free kick, no good. There's not going to be a goal in either of those games, is there? Those games are going to finish 0-0. Imagine if Wolves somehow take the lead. Wow, Liverpool made a double change here. Chiaza's coming on. I'm not sure who the other bloke was that came on then, but someone else did. So Gakpo's already been taken off. Salah's now been taken off. There's 13 minutes left there. Can Forrest somehow pinch a win there? That would be huge. If Forrest pinched a win, that would be unbelievably big. There's just nothing happening in any of these games. It's like watching 3 teams that just don't really want to score. It's bizarre. Yeah, I can't believe there's only been 2 goals in 3 games. That's an average of, 0.66 goals a game. That's right, out of the 3 games. Just ridiculous, really. Oh, Fulham have given away a penalty. What is going on in this game? What are they doing? What? Okay, I've seen some bad penalties, but the one on Brobby for the Fulham penalty was just daft, and this one here is just as daft. What is he doing? He gets round the outside of you. You can't bear hug him, mate. There's been some woeful efforts here at defending. Sessegnong's had an absolute mare. Well, Ben Anderson might be... well, let's see if Sunderland can take a penalty. I mean, Lafie could always do the Panenka, but what is it, the Panenka? What did he do that time? That was unbelievable when he did that. Like, what the hell? By the way, it's Lafie. Lafie's taken this penalty. So I don't know what was going on last week. Because Diarra took the penalty last week. Maybe Diarra's not on the field, I'm not sure. But either way, Lafie's going to take this penalty for Sunderland. This to ruin the Anderson owners, which would be nice. Would probably help my rank out a little bit. Lafie way less owned than Anderson. Leno trying his best. Lafie buries it. Sunderland have got a goal back, and the Anderson owners officially just waved goodbye to the clean sheet. The Gary. See, that's why I don't like Anderson, folks. Fulham just they manufacture ways. They manufacture ways to concede goals. There's that one. I forgot to put that on for the other goals because I was watching footium. But there we go. Finally, a goal. Unbelievable. Sunderland get the goal. Madness. Absolutely madness. You would think that probably helps my rank, I think, more than it hurts it, I think. Crazy. That's the only game with goals in, and 2 of them have come from the penalty spot. That sums up this season in general. It's just been... I'm intrigued. Nightmare said an interesting thing to me, right? He goes, next year, at the start of the season, with the way that this season's gone, you could just pick 5 players that that get DC every week, and then just pick 6 penalty takers. Because a lot of the penalty takers this year are not expensive. Like Tavernier, who's on penalties for Bournemouth when he's fit, 5.3 he's down to. Lafay's 5 point something. And Dye's like 6.5, or he started the season at 6.5. Like, these penalty takers are not expensive. You can literally put them all in your team and just hope that you get lucky with penalties every week. And with the way that the game is being played at the moment, I think that's maybe why we've seen so many penalties for just soft crap. Yeah, it's weird. Very, very weird. There we go. Let's update that. There we go. The Sunderland goal is on there now. That game's going to get a bit interesting now. Diarra's off. That's why. 50-50. Thank you. Was planning Palmer to Salah, but he looked... this is the thing. Like, people were sitting there talking about selling Haaland, right? Yes, Haaland's not scoring multiple goals a game at the moment. He's not. Factually, he's not. But he is generally still returning once a game with something, either an assist or a goal or whatever. And that's better form than what Palmer and Salah are doing. So when people are sitting there thinking, Hail Mary play, yeah, I get it. But you've got to have some basis for the Hail Mary play with actual form, I would have thought. Good Sunderland goal. Benched Henderson. You must considering sleeping as an alternative to staying up and watching this rubbish. I am definitely going to bed after this game. I've got no intention of watching the North London derby, sorry. Yeah, because I'm getting up to do the Man United Everton game on Monday night. So I'm going to bed after these games. Because, yeah, I mean, every man and his dog has got Gabriel, so there's no real need for me to watch that game. And I sold Rice and Timber, and I feel like it's only going to deliver me pain. Gary views in the bin. Bruno, Haaland, Palmer are expensive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they are. I'll grant you that. But you can fit the rest in pretty easily. Showing penalties themselves. There's nothing to do with FPL content creators. Munoz is currently getting me 7 points for doing absolutely nothing. 1 foul, 1 tackle, no chances, no shots. I've said for a long time they need to nerf penalties. He's on pens being the basis for a pick is my pet hate. I know, that's unfortunate. The way the game's going, it's not fun. Can you get any Aluku as a guest commentator? She's not busy at the moment. Ikatike much better than Wirtz in the pitch. Yeah, that's the problem. Ekatike without Wirtz is just a very inferior asset. Those two have a connection. They really do. But you can see the connection that they have when they're playing together on the pitch. They definitely look nowhere near as good, but one of them's not playing with the other, if that makes sense. Yeah, Haaland's getting an extra bonus point. He's actually going to get 1 bonus point in the update tonight. Munoz got blessed by Andy or something. Yeah, who's getting the points in that game? Like, because that game's been... I mean, Henderson's getting 3 points. Save the penalty. It's the only thing that's really happened in that game except the red card. There's a lot of yellow cards in that game. So Henderson's getting 3 bonus points. Bueno is getting 2. And Jose Sar's getting 1. As things stand. That could easily change, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's more midfielders that you can pick from, right? That means you can just ignore Salah and you can ignore Palmer. Whereas with the forwards, I mean, just look at the forwards again this week. Like Raul Jimenez, he's banged obviously today, but Ekatike's got 2 points. Bowen got 4. João Pedro obviously did score this week again, so that was good. Oh, half a chance there, snatched there by Sangare on the edge of the box. No good. That's actually the first time I've actually seen Forrest attack this half, by the way. Allison flapped at it a bit there. Got a little bit lucky. Interesting. Let's not speak too soon. Don't think I'm buying Wilson now. Might as well just start Munoz when Andy does. Maybe I get lucky there. Yeah, maybe. All right, Harry Wilson with the corner here for Fulham. Oh, it's a good corner. Fortunately, it's well cleared away by Sunderland. Oh, a chance there for old mate. Oh, I thought it was Anderson. It wasn't. It was, I think that, is that Lukic or Berg? One of the two. 4. How many points is Canade on? That's the one that's got the huge points on my bench, isn't it? I can feel it already. 6 points on my bench. Wilson 4. For Bruggen 7. I mean, other than the fact that, like, that's 10 points, 11, 18 points on the bench. Obviously, Mukeli wouldn't have been on there because Wirtz didn't play. That's 17 points on the bench. And yet, I don't reap the benefit of any of it. They're all in the wrong spots. All in the wrong spots. That's unlucky. Liverpool versus Forest. What's going on in that game? Gravenberch, DC. Anderson as usual, DC. Sangare, DC. Williams, DC. 3 bonus points for Becker. Said Becker was a good goalkeeper. Murillo's on 2 and Williams and Canade are sharing 1. So Canade's getting a 7-pointer on the bench. Happy days. I don't think Munoz is on bonus at the moment. Last time I checked, he's not in it. This game that we play, you got to love it. Got to love it. It gives and it takes in equal measure. Just when you think you're having it, you're on to something, you're on the march, and then just like that, Sunday happens and you go back into the bin with bin Anderson. Oh, Wolves, that's a run. But finally a tackle there from Palace. I can't believe 10-man Wolves are just... I mean, Palace have offered nothing against 10-man Wolves. Like, I feel like Palace have had like one good shot maybe. It hasn't been flash. Fulham on the breakaway. This is the moment where Harry Wilson scores, isn't it? Oh, it's a good ball in from Harry Wilson. Can he get there? Wilson's got an assist. Oh, Wobie scored for Fulham and Wilson's got an assist, and it just sums up my benching decisions this week. Wilson on track for a huge haul on the bench to go with Canade's haul, to go with the Bruggen's haul. Oh, Liverpool have just scored. It's McAllister with the goal. Liverpool have taken the lead there late. Forest are going to blank, and McAllister has given them what looks like 3 vital points right at the death of had goals. So Harry Wilson's got the assist and Iwobi scored, and then Liverpool have just stolen a march here right at the death and are going to steal a 1-0 win by the looks of it. I don't know who got the assist on that, but yeah, there's a goal there. It's a 17-year-old that's made it, I think. Nigamoa. Oh, that's a fantastic step over. And it's a beautiful cross for McAllister. So the young 17-year-old has come off the bench and assisted for Ekitike, who's had the shot. It's then been saved by the goalkeeper. And then the clearance, oh my God. So the Nottingham Forest player has tried to clear the ball and has kicked it into McAllister's back. And Palace have taken the lead as well. The goals are happening all over the place late on. It's Guasend with a goal for Palace. There's goals happening in every single game. Right at the death here. What is going on? No points for me, but points for everyone else. All my points are stuck on the bench. Oh, mad. Oh, VAR's checking. VAR's checking the Liverpool Forest game. Maybe that is not going to be a goal. The VAR are checking something. What are they checking? Are they checking it went off his back or his hand or something? Either way, Palace are in front. They're checking for a goal. Whether Mitchell assists. Look at that, mad. What are they checking? Are they checking for a handball? His hand's up. Are they saying it's hit the back of McAllister's arm to go into the net? That's all I can think of. Oh, it's not going to be a goal. It's been ruled out. It must have touched his hand. Oh, that's the definition of just pure luck for Forrest. I mean, the dude has whacked it into his leg. He's whacked it into it. That is just unlucky. That's a really unlucky sequence of events. All right, I'm going to update those scores. It's still currently 0-0 then in Forest versus Liverpool. It's now 3-1 to Fulham. And it's 1-0 to Palace, taking the lead late on in what can only be described as one of the more disappointing games of the season, that one. But it is going to be 1-0, and Slot's not happy about it. And the Forest fans are letting them know all about it. We love to see that. I can't believe it. That's hilarious. Liverpool is celebrating like no man and his dogs, and they've been robbed. Well, they were robbing, and then they've been robbed. Wow. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Checking Anderson DC off his elbow, VAR check. Yeah, Munoz 9 DC, Munoz 1 more. 2 extra points means a lot, and I mean a lot. Almost a perfect afternoon of results there for Palace until the disallowed goal. Exactly. Really, it was very close. All right, Forest now have a chance down the other end here. Imagine if Forest pinched this late. All right, Forest, ball into the box. Can they find a header? No, they cannot. That came to a bunch of nothing, that did. United have to take advantage of Villa, Chelsea, and potentially Liverpool dropping points. I think so. I mean, they really need to, don't they? They really do need to. I can't believe that. That's insane. I mean, it would be. I mean, that would have been really harsh on Forest because of the fact they just sort of, yeah. Palace going for a second. Oh, they've missed a sitter there. Who's that? That's put. I don't even know who that is. Camvo have a great chance there, and just about on the 6-yard box has put it over the bar. Oh, he's done that poorly. He's done that very poorly. I still can't believe. Oh, and Doy hits one from about 40 yards, and it's just no Sangar, sorry, and I wasn't far away. I think actually it was pretty far away. I got a bit excited about nothing there. Definitely TCing Bruno versus Palace. Palace a terrible water performance today. Glasgow definitely deserves a sacking. Campbell's defender, so RIP. I still can't believe Wolves get the penalty right and Henderson saves it. I can't wait for Nightmare's video later tonight. He's going to deliver an absolute beauty. He's going to deliver an absolute beauty. You just know it as well. Wild carding, and he's taken out, like, literally between Munoz and Henderson this week. What's Munoz's points so far at the moment? Munoz is currently on. Munoz is now getting 1 bonus point. He could end up with a 9-pointer if he can somehow scam another DC in the next couple of minutes. Harry Wilson, man. I can't believe how many points that man's got on my bench. 7 points now on the bench. He's got to be in the bonus surely as well, probably after that. Oh, no, he might not be because Raul Jimenez got 2 goals, didn't he? No. Oh, he's sharing 1 bonus. Wilson and Lafay are sharing 1 bonus. So he's getting an 8-pointer. My bench, unbelievably good this week. My bench better than my team. 8 points. Actually, I've got more points from the players on the bench. So Canade's going to end up with 9. McAllister scored this time. Liverpool have scored. It's McAllister again. McAllister has definitely scored this time. Liverpool have taken it to the death. Oh, I can't believe it. It's like you felt like they had that the last time and then they've just fallen asleep and McAllister's stolen it again. Oh, I mean, this is a far better goal than the last one because the last one I didn't really know anything about it. This one here, how's it gone in? Is he offside? Is that offside? Oh, McAllister's not offside, but the header that wins it, I swear he looks offside. I reckon this might be ruled out again. I reckon that looks offside. I need to see the lines. I think this might be another disallowed goal. Nottingham Forest might have... But they need to go and buy a lotto ticket if this gets ruled out. I thought they both looked offside, but maybe that was just me thinking... Maybe I got it wrong. They both look offside. They both... from the angle I'm looking at, it looks like they're both off. I mean, imagine Forrest scamming away like this. Oh, it stands. It's onside. Wow, well, I thought that looked off. Okay. Even the Forest manager's like, oh. Oh my God. I tell you what, I've seen the what do you call it, the models for that offside. Did someone make that up? Van Dijk's getting a huge haul. Maybe it was worth paying up for the bastard. That's mad. That's actually mad. Insane. Well played. VAR sucks for sure. Liverpool can't be stopped. Van Dijk assist, yeah. Really weird game. Really weird game. I swear that looked offside, but I don't know. Sometimes with the angles they show you on the screen, that dude, I mean, Virgil van Dijk definitely looked to the naked eye like he was offside. I'm sure the Forest players are asking them the question as well because it looked offside to me, but apparently not. They must have paid their VAR bill. Just wish Hill was my first sub and I would only be on a red by like 1 or 2 points. That's insane. My rank's definitely crashing after that. That's bad. So that was a bizarre game. I feel like Forest should have been in front at half time, and I feel like the second half it was all Liverpool, and then they've somehow they've managed to capitalise on it quite well. Mad. We're still playing on in the Sunderland Fulham game. That game is still into the well, we've got 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes of injury time in that Sunderland Fulham game. That's the only game still going. All the other games are 3-1. I just realised I haven't updated the score there. I'll quickly do that now. I still can't believe how many points I've got on the bench. Insane. Actually, I can update that now. Move that forward. 8. Mukiele, he's only got 1. Wirtz has got 0. And Wilson's going to be on 8. Can you believe that? That's insane. Can't believe that. Where are we? Did Munoz end up getting the DC in the end? I don't think he did. I think he got stranded on 9, didn't he? Oh no, he got it. Munoz got 13, so he got huge points as well. Munoz got a 9-pointer. Henderson got a huge hole. I mean, poor Nightmare. He took both of them out on wildcard and they've literally returned for like 25 points combined today or something stupid like that. You just know it's not your season when that happens. Virgil van Dijk's going to get 3 bonus points as well. So he's got 3 along with McAllister and Becker's going to get 1. Canade's very close to Becker, but he's only... Canade got the DC though. So Canade's still going to get a 8-pointer. Virgil's got 6, the assist and 3 bonus. He's getting a 12-pointer. Virgil's got no chance of getting DC overnight either. He's only got 7. And then Fulham Sunderland. Awobi on 3 bonus. Raul on 2. And actually Wilson's only got no bonus now. Lafay's on 28 and Wilson's on 27. So Wilson must have given away a foul or lost a ball or something. Well, that's 1 less point on the bench at least. 16. Wow, that's mad. I've got 16, 20, 23 points on the bench this week. 23 points on the bench this week. I think that's the most amount of points I've had on my bench all season. Oh, that's disappointing. That's very disappointing. All right, sorry, I'm going to quickly try and add this in so you can actually see what my team looks like. And that should be the end. That's the end. Fulham versus Sunderland has just finished as well. That game has officially been brought to a close too. I'll whack that in there. Oh, yeah, that looks all right. That needs to be moved over slightly. That'll do. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so Liverpool have won that game 1-0. And that one there, do that. All right, so yeah, that's how it's all finished. Can't believe that. We've actually had goals in the end. Late drama in almost every single game, which is... I mean, it was good. It was good drama. I wouldn't say the football was overly enjoyable to watch for the majority of it, but at least it was interesting at the end. Just took a long time to warm up, like a stupidly long time to warm up. But yeah, let's just marvel at the fact that I've got so many points on the bench. Look at this. Look at that. 7, 1, 8, 7. I think those 3 blokes on my bench have outscored everyone on my field. Like Wilson's matched João Pedro, who was my highest person on field. Canade's beaten them all. And so, Bart Simpson's obviously matched him as well. Insane. I showed up and Mukiele didn't. D in the bin? Yeah, mate. Yeah, legit. The card said to play Wilson over Mukiele as well, but originally I was benching them both. I just didn't expect Wirtz to not show up. Yeah, Wilson's on 7, yep. Palace will keep going forward. Got lucky with the red, yes. Can Villa even double in game week 33? Yes, I think they can. Thoughts on Salah in? No, definitely not. Not interested in Salah. Yes, I'm gonna wrap that up there. That's yeah. I don't even feel like I've had a bad week. I feel like Nightmare's the one that's had the bad week. Playing a wild card and then taking out double Palace defence, and he had Henderson and Munoz. That just feels rotten. So as much as the Burnley goal is what killed my chances of a green arrow this week, because that double Chelsea wipeout was probably the difference between what will be a green and a red. Unless Bruno and Mbumo turn up and Arsenal do horrible in the next game, which realistically is probably a long shot. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that. We're not getting a London derby watch along. I'm off to bed because I reckon it's going to be a very boring game. And I will see you tomorrow for Manchester United versus Everton. I'll be up watching that one. I'm going to enjoy some sleep and rest and relaxation. Go to work tomorrow, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. I'll probably drop a video out tomorrow as well, so keep your eyes out for that. Good luck for the rest of the game week. And if you are a Man United fan or want to watch me tomorrow, I'll be on for the Man United game. Good night all. Hopefully, whatever points you're hoping for in the next game happen.